Subaru made things interesting for the average car buyer and created two vehicles that seem to compete with each other in matters of options and facilities. The Subaru Outback is one of the best station wagons on the market, in direct competition with names such as Volvo or Audi. The Subaru Forester is an SUV that is placed among the top competitors of its kind. You might think that, belonging to different categories, a wagon and an SUV might not have a lot in common, but Subaru made sure that there are many aspects in the case of which this rule does not really apply. However, there are also some differences between the two siblings. The first difference would be in the price, the Forester being noticeably cheaper than the Outback, with approximately $3,000. However, judging the two models in relation to the categories they belong to, they both come at a very acceptable price. As far as how comfortable the two cars are, they both provide a very good space, with quality materials and similar seat functionality. Both models have 5 seats, with enough space for the passengers to enjoy a comfortable and relaxing ride. However, the Outback comes with a better build quality and also slightly better textures and materials, with a more visible focus on design but also on the performance of the equipment. Another similarity between the two cars is that both models come with the same type of engine and they are both easy to handle in any environment. However, the Forester has been declared better and faster in terms of acceleration, but also cost efficiency. On the other side, the Outback scored very well at a very important aspect when it comes to choosing a car and has been declared the safest ride among the two models, with enhanced safety features that made it react very well in crash resistance tests. In the end, both Subaru models provide attractive features and functionality, which are similar in many ways. It is up to the buyer to decide which of the two cars is better for their purpose.
The original unofficial Tesla Model 3 road trip in North America gave thousands of reservation holders the opportunity to see the vehicle in person weeks or even months in advance. Now, the Model 3 owner behind the effort is doing it again, but this time in Europe. The Model 3 is not expected to officially arrive in Europe until the end of the year, but Yu Zhu, the man behind the project, is shipping his Model 3 to the UK, where he goes to school, and plans to set out on a European road trip with the vehicle. The North American road trip was already a great adventure that offered its own set of challenges, like when Yu in Quebec in the middle of a harsh winter and he didn't have any winter tires for his Model 3. Another issue was the fact that Model 3 vehicles were only delivered in California at the time and Tesla's service centers around the rest of the country couldn't easily service the vehicle yet. But that's nothing compared to the complexity of a trip in Europe, where we will not only face the same challenges, but also the lack of compatible charging stations and onboard internet connection. For those reasons, Yu told that Tesla tried to discourage him from going on this trip, but he apparently liked the experience enough to try to replicate it in Europe and give local reservation holders and Tesla fans the opportunity to see the vehicle in person months in advance of the official European launch. He is still working on his itinerary, but here are his planned stops in Europe so far. It appears significantly less ambitious than his North American road trip, where he stopped at several dozen more locations and traveled over 20,000 kilometers while giving 450 test drives, but he relied heavily on Tesla's supercharger network during that trip and he will not be able to do that in Europe. Tesla uses its own proprietary charge connector in the US, which is the same connector found on Yu's Model 3, but the automaker uses the Type 2 standard in Europe. He told that he found a makeshift Type 2 to Tesla charging adapter that should work with his Model 3 for level 2 stations up to 40 amp, but it doesn't work with DC fast charging stations, like Tesla's superchargers. It means that you will have to stop to charge for much longer periods of time throughout the trip, a problem that European Spec-Ed Model 3 vehicles will not have when the electric car will officially launch later this year, but it's an issue for people who want to import the car from the US.
If you haven't heard the news, the 2018 Leaf's range now stands at 151 miles, according to the Environmental Protection Agency's just released official rating. What was it before? Nissan estimated 150 miles. Hardly shocking, but it's nonetheless good news as the automaker waits for next year's arrival of a longer-ranged, more competitive model. It's worth noting that the 2011 Leaf, the first real mainstream EV on the US market, stayed close to home out of pure necessity. With a paltry range of 73 miles, long road trips were something a Leaf owner could only dream of. Subsequent versions grew in range, but only to 84 miles. The biggest leap in the first-gen model's lifespan came after an optional 30 kWh battery joined the line in 2016, pushing range to 107 miles. The 2018 model makes use of a 40 kWh battery pack, pushing its horizons further. Interestingly, the model's overall efficiency, 112 mpg, is less than that of the old 24 kWh models, about 114 mpg, likely due to added weight. Despite the upgrades, the Leaf lags the segment's headline grabbers. Chevrolet's Bolt travels 238 miles between charges, and the yet unreleased Tesla Model 3 in base form carries a 220-mile rating. Neither rival, of course, can top the Nissan's hidden perk, value. A base Leaf S carries a pre-delivery MSRP of $29,990 before the federal tax credit, making it thousands of dollars cheaper than a Tesla or Chevy. Next year, a 60 kWh Leaf variant shows up to properly challenge these fresh-faced models. Expect a range of over 200 miles. The long-legged Leaf's appearance comes not a moment too soon, as the model dropped US buyers every year since its 2014 high-water mark, finishing 2017 with 11,230 units sold, almost a third of its former volume. 2018 Leafs are currently arriving on dealer lots.
With the release of the 2018 edition, the Subaru Outback continues to be the brand's best-selling model in the US. Originally introduced at the 2017 New York Auto Show, the 2018 model is part of the Outback's fifth generation, which was first unveiled in 2015. Changes for 2018 include refreshed front and rear styling and a short list of trim and feature tweaks. The Outback is Subaru's largest crossover, ahead of the family role it will cede in summer 2018 with the introduction of the significantly larger 2019 Subaru Ascent, which boasts 3 rows of seating for up to 7 or 8 passengers. The Outback, the largest of Subaru's 3 crossovers, has been the sales leader in recent years, followed by the Forester compact crossover, and then the subcompact Crosstrek. It will be interesting to see if the significantly larger 2019 Ascent steals sales from the Outback or if it brings new buyers to the brand. Unibody crossovers have taken over the US buying market, attracting people who formerly bought sedans or body-on-frame SUVs. In addition to newly designed front and rear fascias, bumpers, and front grille, the 2018 Outback has new C-shaped headlights with LED daytime running lights. A new steering responsive headlight feature that lets the headlights project light in the direction of turns is either standard or optional on the top 2 trim levels. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now standard with Subaru Starlink infotainment systems, and the highest level system with GPS navigation includes TomTom navigation with 3 years of map updates. Along with the Boxer engine's low center of gravity, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive provides the basis for smoother, more car-like handling than many AWD systems with equal-length half-axles. The Outback piles on stability and traction handling technology with a combination of traction control with vehicle dynamics control, active torque vectoring, and X mode, all of which are standard with all Outback trims. Active torque vectoring applies the brake to the inner front wheel during turns for smoother, sharper cornering, and X mode, selected using a dashboard button, optimizes multiple powertrain systems including engine output, transmission ratio, and AWD engagement for improved traction on slippery surfaces. All Outbacks also have hill descent control, brake assist for added force in hard braking, and brake override, which detects when a driver accidentally presses both the brake and accelerator pedals. The Outback's SUV-like 8.7-inch ground clearance increases the odds of traversing most road conditions. Subaru offers a moderate selection of passive and active safety and driver assist tech, but you'll have to buy one of the highest trims or deck out the vehicle with options to get all or most of the offerings. Blind spot detection with rear cross traffic alert and Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology package are optional on the 2.5i Premium. The 2.5i Limited and 3.6R Limited get blind spot detection with rear cross traffic alert features standard, but the EyeSight Tech package is optional. The EyeSight package, standard on the two touring trims, includes adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, lane departure and sway warning, and lane keep assist. The 2018 Outback 2.5i, starting price $25,895, is the least expensive model with few options or upgrade packages. The 2.5i has single-zone air conditioning, raised roof rails with integrated crossbars, a 6.5-inch infotainment display, and 17-inch alloy wheels. For 2018, the Outback 2.5i Premium, $27,995 to start, includes the features of the base 2.5i plus Subaru Starlink safety and security services, an 8-inch infotainment display, fog lights, dual-zone climate control, dual front seat and dual rear seat USB ports, an all-weather package with heated front seats, windshield wiper deicer, and a power adjustable driver's seat. The premium trim can be upgraded with blind spot detection, rear cross traffic alert, and Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology package. Starting at $32,695, the Outback 2.5i Limited adds leather-trimmed seats, a 576-watt equivalent 12-speaker Harman Kardon premium audio system, 18-inch alloy wheels, power-adjustable heated front passenger seat, heated rear seats, keyless access with push-button start, and a power rear liftgate. The limited trim also includes a power moonroof and an auto-dimming rear mirror with HomeLink universal garage door opener.